Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Chapter 21. 21. Our show is old
I can't
enough
believe
to
it.
drink alcohol now. This is crazy.
We've come a long way.
We truly have. It's been like 6 months now since we started playing together,
Yeah.
and you know,
And just
coming.
narratively as well.
hmm
I mean,
Yeah, yeah. So, all right. So Tarnish and the green dragon, the teenage green dragon Varix, took off from the sky chariot and flew down over the earth and came towards Tarnish's home of Ironhold. And so it's sort of mountainous terrain, forest around it and stuff, and then this very industrial city in the middle. And so my first question for you is, do you think that Varix should land somewhere outside of the city and you guys come in on foot so that he can turn into non-dragon form? Or do you want to just pick a square in the middle of town and just drop right in on everybody on Dragonback?
I think we would be more subtle in our approach. And so I think finding a nice secluded wooded area for Varix to land and then transform into a teen so that we can then maybe not sneak our way into town, but
Go in less conspicuous rather than just rolling in on a legendary creature. I think that's probably a good idea. So here, so he finds a clearing, lands, and he transforms himself into his sort of non-dragon form. I'll add this over here. But he makes himself into a gnome. Up until this point, you've seen him as sort of a half-elf, like most of the other dragon kids have transformed into. But he's like, I hope you don't mind. I'm not trying to like appropriate your culture, but I figured it would probably be less conspicuous if we're the same size and sort of both gnomes rather than me being like tall. And this way, we just look a little bit more sort of right together.
That's quite fascinating. You can choose what form you take when you are not in your dragon or excuse me wyvern form. Is that right?
No, I'm a dragon. I just don't have the front arms. So like a wyvern has like a poisonous tail, a barbed tail that they can sting people with. They're technically like lizards. We're like magical creatures that were born of magical rituals. We're not like normal creatures that like reproduce in that really weird way. We have like like our parents have to actually cast this set of spells and stuff that last a long time. It takes a while to do, and then that creates the dragon egg, and then that takes about 5 years for it to sort of mature and then crack out. We can be in a couple different forms, sort of naturally, sort of the sort of humanoid form that you've seen me in before, but we also, most of us also have a disguise self spell that we can cast. And so like that's how I'm able to be like gnome size, is I can use that to reduce my size a little bit and stuff. So that's what I'm doing now. So I'm rolling a couple spells, on top of my sort of normal abilities to shapeshift.
Well, that's very good to know. I mean, I think you make a fine gnome. I'll say that.
Thanks. It's actually really kind of cool being down here with this perspective. It's sort of like when I was taller, it was like I was on eye level with all the tall people and stuff. But now, like I can already see that they don't really notice me as much because I'm down here. So that could be advantageous if we need to do some subterfuge or anything.
Well, certainly here you won't be noticed for being gnome size, but you can sometimes draw attention in other places. But
I guess if you were like in an elf city or something like that, then you might draw some attention. But here it looks like there's lots of halflings, dwarves, gnomes, all sorts of different kinds of people and stuff here.
Yes, Ironhold is kind of a home for all those types of creatures and peoples.
Cool.
I think any subterfuge that you think that you might want to enact, please do run it by me first.
Oh, of course. You're the boss on this mission. I'm your sidekick. I'll do what you say. I'll try not to, unless you're in danger and somebody's got like your ears plugged so you couldn't hear me, then I'll leap into action. But otherwise, I'll run it by you first.
Yes, use your best judgment in those kinds of situations.
Okay, cool.
Sounds good, yes.
Right. And so you guys, meander through the forest and you find the main thoroughfare that takes you in through the main gates. It's this big, tall stone structure, probably 3 stories tall, big gates. And so, Varix is sort of like, he's the country kid who's come to the city for the first time, and is like, everything's so big, there's so many people, and he's just sort of wide-eyed about everything. So as you're walking in, you're going through in your mind some different contacts that you have in the city that might be helpful to finding this hidden location. It was described by the Archangel robot as being a domed structure that should be within a couple miles of the city, but the records that he's using are old, so he doesn't know how much the land has changed, stuff like that. So he's not quite sure if Ironhold is to the west or to the east of where this location once was, but he knows it's within a pretty short distance of the city. And so in thinking about sort of people that that know the city well, know the area well, I mean, you can of course go visit your family. Your parents have lived there their whole lives. Your brother Burnish is sort of a man about town, knows a lot of different people, might have some contacts. Some other people that you know a guy by the name of Grant Nimbletoes. He's a gnomish toy maker, and he was an early mentor of yours. And so when you were a kid, you would go down to his toy shop, and he encouraged you to come up with stories and stuff for the different toys that he made, and come up with little scenarios and stuff. And he was always telling you all sorts of interesting stories about local legends and the history of the place. So he's somebody that knows a lot about the area. There's another guy named Brog Gruffhammer, and he's a dwarf that works down at one of the forges, and he used to be a miner, and so he knows all sorts of stuff about different underground tunnels, cave systems and stuff that are in the area. He knows a lot about that, so he might be somebody that would know where some sort of underground ruin might be. And the last person you can think of is a tiefling woman that runs an ice cream cart, and is basically has been all over the city, knows every part of the city, knows everybody. Her name is Laurel Twinstone, and so she's another person that might be good for getting some basic gossip, getting sort of lay of the land. If anyone's going to know where this strange domed structure with an iron door in it would be located, could be one of those people.
I'm going to turn to Varix, and I'm just going to say, have you ever had ice cream?
Ice cream? I don't think so. What is it? What's it? Is it like a snowball or something? Or like, what is it?
Sort of. It's a treat. It's an edible food, but
Okay.
I think you might be in luck. Why don't we go and check out?
Yeah, that sounds great. I'd love to try some of the local foods of your town. Show me the way. Take me in.
Absolutely. Okay. And we'll head to Laurel's.
Okay. And she moves around a lot, so you know a couple spots that she will usually hit up every day. So you go sort of start checking through those. So start off by making an investigation check for me.
Okie dokie. Oh, I have good investigation, +5. 15.
15? That's great. So the first spot that you check, she's not there, but you see that there's somebody who's having a nice little bowl of ice cream, and she's like, oh yeah, she was here like 10 minutes ago. She said she was heading down to the Fountain Square, and so you start heading that way. Make a perception check for me.
Okay. Natural 20.
Nat 20. So as you're walking down this thoroughfare, you see, and this is it here, and there's a few people out, talking and stuff, and you see on this little side street, there's this guy here with these big, huge, like, mitts on, and you recognize this guy. This guy, he's maybe 13 or 14 years old. He's one of the main toughs in this gang of teenagers that runs the underground here in Ironhold. And so you spot this guy, and you're like, oh, this guy used to give me so much shit, and he's like, just because he's a kid, he's like a human kid, so he's bigger than you, and he picks on you because you're a gnome and you're easy to pick on. And so you look over into the other alley, and you can see, oh yeah, there's one of his cohorts. She's got this wooden sword, and you see up the other way beyond this tree here, there's another one of these. He's like younger than the other ones, and he's got this big sort of sword that's painted green and stuff. It's like these are toys that they have that they're using to try to ambush people. So You guys are going to be coming through here, so let's go ahead. What would you like to do? You see them well before they have spotted you, so you can try to avoid them. You can do whatever you like.
Yeah, when I first see them, especially this fellow over here, I'm gonna like throw my arm out to like stop Varix and just be like, "Oh, these guys are trouble."
Oh,
and,
okay. Should we like duck down this alley over here because there's more alleys along the way, and we could maybe skirt around?
No, that's ridiculous. I should be able to walk down the main thoroughfare of my hometown.
Yeah, you should. So we're gonna. I mean, we can stand shoulder to shoulder and just march right down the middle if you want.
We need to play it cool.
Okay.
Let's not make a fuss, but
Gotcha.
we need to show them that we're not scared.
Gotcha.
Or
all right.
I'm not scared.
All right. Well, make an intimidation check with advantage since you've enlisted the help of Varix.
-1. Natural 1.
Good thing it was at advantage.
11.
11. All right. Well, unfortunately, that's not enough to scare them off. But you guys make it to here, and then you hear, well, if it isn't our favorite little gnomey. How you doing, Tarny?
My name's not Tarny, and you know that.
Yeah, it is, Tarny. Get into your pockets, buddy. We need lunch money.
No.
And he starts pounding his fists together. The other two come out.
Don't you have to be in school or something?
The other sort of bystanders all, oh no, we don't want to mess with the teenagers that run this street, and they all sort of hide away. And now you're left in the middle of the street with these 13 and 14-year-old kids all ganging up on you.
Tarnish is like feeling like he's coming back home, but he's changed so much and grown a lot. But he also doesn't want to fight literal children, so he's kind of torn, and he's just going to say, you know, all of you are getting a little bit old to be playing with toy swords. Why don't you make something of yourselves? Why not go study or learn a trade? I mean, truly, you don't need to be in the streets harassing gnomes and folk who are smaller than you. I mean, you're better than that, aren't you?
Yeah, she smacks you on the back with the sword, like
Ow.
not, it's wooden, but she just goes, she just sort of smacks you with it. She's like, shut up, give us your lunch money. So, go ahead and roll initiative. We can do non-lethal damage. They're not trying to kill you, but they're just trying to rough you up.
Rough me up, all right.
Yeah.
17.
All right. And then roll 1 for Varix as well, and we'll add 3 for his initiative.
That'd be 13 total.
Okay. What was Tarnish?
17.
17. Okay, so okay, so Tarnish then is going to be up first. And like I said, they're sort of closing in on you, and they're poking and prodding you and telling you basically to give them your lunch money.
Okay. And I'm first in initiative. Okay. I'm going to look at them and just say, don't say I didn't warn you. And I'm going to cast Grease on the surrounding area.
Okay. So this whole area here, basically?
It's a 10-foot
okay.
square.
So
if I can get...
I think you can get both of these just with them sort of on the edge. That would make sense because this guy's sort of closing in. So if you wanted to try to grease this area right here, you can get them and not get yourself and Varix.
That'd be great, yeah.
And what is it? Is a saving throw dexterity? Or?
Yeah, dexterity 13 saving throw.
Okay. Oh, they both rolled a 14. So they,
all right.
you know, they sort of shimmy around, but they are able to keep their feet.
Okay, and if they end their turn in that area, they have to do it again.
Okay. Sounds good.
So we're all kind of slipping and sliding, but on our feet, or they are at least. Yeah. And then it does say every creature in the space, so I guess we're not in the space, including her.
Yeah. So what unless you want this whole thing to hit, I was thinking if it's like a 10-foot square, you can hit this guy and sort of extend it backwards behind them.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I don't necessarily want to have us be
because otherwise you guys are making those saves every round too.
Yeah,
so.
I won't do that then.
Okay.
Okay, and then bonus action, could I try to like shove her into it? Am I able to swing her around kind of?
Yeah, normally I think that would be a full action, but I'll let you go ahead. Let's go ahead and just, I think that works for this context, in that you sort of go, and then just sort of give her a quick little push.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily grabbing and dragging her over, so it's not a full really grapple. But go ahead and make an attack roll, and we'll see.
That's 6.
6. That is not going to do it. So you give her a little, sort of give her a little nudge, or you sort of grab for the wooden sword, but it just sort of pulls it back and resists you.
You turn to Varix and I go, "This is just like last time."
All right. So up next is this girl here. She's going to try to hit you with the sword, the wooden sword. What's your armor class?
14.
14. Okay, that's a hit. So she's doing non-lethal damage. So she does 3 bludgeoning non-lethal damage. So she gives you a good whack.
You could be putting yourself to so much better talents. You're actually not bad. You don't need to be roughing people up in the streets.
Shut up. Know me? All right, and so then on to, up next is going to be Varix. So you have the option that he could turn into a dragon at any time and scare the shit out of these kids. That's an option. But what would you like him to do? You can give him instructions. He can, he's got a sword that he can pull out and whack them with it, or hit them with the pommel of it or something if you want him to do non-lethal damage.
Yeah, I'll direct him to do non-lethal damage with the sword on our fellow with the big gauntlet things.
Okay.
Teens fighting teens. That's less problematic.
All right, so he misses. He rolled a 7, so he only gets a 9 on that. Not enough for him to hit. With a bonus action, let's see. He's got a bonus action. He's going to cast Healing Word on you.
Oh.
And he gives you 3 hit points back, so you should be healed back up.
Perfect. Oh, thank you, Varix. That's quite nice.
I got you, buddy. We're a team. So then it's on to the guy with the gloves. He takes a swing at Varix, connects, does 3 bludgeoning, non-lethal to Varix. And then going on to the guy with the vest, he's going to come over and he's going to drop his toy sword, and he's going to try to put you in like a bear hug and grapple you.
Okay.
So that'll be opposed athletics checks. So I'll need an athletics check.
Athletics, oh gosh, okay. Another 6.
Hey, beat his nat 1. So
Not to.
he slips as he tries to lunge towards you because of the grease. You dodge out of the way, and boom, he knocks her down. And so these two are now down on the ground. And we're back to the top of the order, back to Tarnish.
Okay, now, did he end his turn in the grease?
Yeah, so he needs to roll.
He's 13.
19, so he's
right.
still up.
Yeah, I'm going to just use my great axe, my Warhammer +1.
Okay.
For non-lethal damage.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm going to walk over and do that.
On that guy?
Yep.
All right, great.
So, let's see. Okay, so that's a 19.
That's a hit.
All right. Let's see here. Okay, so 1d8 plus 4. Okay, so 8. Yeah.
Okay, great. Anything else on your turn? You still got a bonus action?
Yeah, bonus action, I will summon magic stones. So
Okay.
I have 3 stones ready to go.
Okay. And so then it's Varrix's turn. He's going to, seeing sort of what you had done as far as like trying to nudge the other person and then dodging out of the way, and he sees the grease, he's going to just basically bum rush them and try and knock them over into the grease.
Nice.
And they grapple a little bit, but the other one is able to sort of neutralize what Varrix was trying to do.
I told you, he's a strong teen.
He is.
Not to be messed with.
And so that's all he's going to do on this round. And so now it's going to go to the one with the sword. They're still sort of grappling. She gets up, uses like half of her movement, stumbles over here, and is going to try to grab Varrix in a bear hug.
Okay.
So if you could just roll a d20 for me for his athletics check.
5.
5, okay. She got a 12. So she's got him in a bear hug from behind. The guy in the vest gets up, and he's going to come over and try to grapple you as well. So another opposed athletics check.
10.
Okay, well this guy rolled a 2, so they're not doing so great against you. So you sort of are able to duck out of the way as he tries to, but this guy's got Varrix now. So back up to you at the top of the round.
I'm going to swing again with my Warhammer at the main kind of bully.
Okay, the guy with the big gloves.
Yeah, and as I swing at him, I'm just gonna be like, "What is your problem?" and try and hit him that way. So let's see. Ooh, okay, 21.
Yeah, that definitely hits. Roll some damage.
I don't want to be hitting you. That's 10.
Yeah, okay, so you just knocked him out. He's now unconscious. And I'm going to do some quick old school morale checks. Okay, so this, she, seeing her friend get knocked out cold by your giant warhammer, she lets go of Varrix and turns to run. So this guy backs up as well, so you can take an attack of opportunity if you want on this guy, or you guys. It looks like they're getting ready to bug out.
I'm gonna take my attack of opportunity against him, and then I'm gonna use my bonus action to fling a stone at her.
Okay.
To just really show him.
Yeah. Send them on their way.
So for him, I'll just normal attack roll for my hammer. 13.
13. That'll hit.
Nice. Okay, 9 points.
Okay, he's still up, but he's running. He is not sticking around, so he is on the way out. And then the magic stone.
Ever touch me. Magic stone, so that is... Oops. Okay, plus 5 to hit. 15.
15, okay, that hits as well.
All right, D6 plus 3. Okay, 8 points of damage.
Ooh, right in the back of the head. Ow! And she goes crying, running down the street. This guy, in the meantime, sort of wakes up and runs off down this alley here, leaving you guys in the middle of the thoroughfare alone with a green toy sword, if you want to take it.
I will.
Add it to your collection.
Yeah, I feel like during that flurry of attacks that Tarnish just whips out at the end, he's just like, "Stop being mean to people!" I just kind of wails on these teenagers like he's never done before, because they've always kind of, really gotten the better of him. So,
well, you chased off the teens, and Varrix is like, "You saved me. They had tackled me, and you saved me. Tarnish, you're awesome." let's go get that ice cream.
I think we definitely need
we've
some
earned
ice cream.
All right, and so you continue down the thoroughfare, you make it down to the fountain square, and you find Laurel Twinstone with her ice cream cart. And she sees you and goes, Tarnish, it's been a while. You'd gone off to the border lands, off into the Twisted Lands.
Yes.
What is all that about? Tell me.
Not what I expected at all.
Really?
Very different, very strange.
It wasn't the magical and wonderful adventure
No.
you had hoped? Oh.
It's fine though. I'm learning a lot.
Okay.
But I do have some questions that
Sure.
you could help me with.
First, let's take care of business first. What would you like? Would you like vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, or do you want the swirl?
Well, I was wondering if you had any of your mystery flavor left.
Yes, it is of course a mystery, so it might not be the same mystery flavor, but all of my mystery flavors are pretty similar. So, yeah.
I'm gonna point to Varix and I'm just gonna be like, he's a newbie. He doesn't know about ice cream.
Oh my goodness! So she opens up this little compartment in the lower part of the cart and takes out this small little container, opens it up, takes a nice scoop out. Do you want it on a cone or do you want it in a bowl?
I'm going to turn to look at Varix and be like, well, which one do you want?
He's like, I don't know the difference. What's what?
I think he'll want a cone.
Cone?
You can eat it.
Yeah. He's like, oh, that sounds great. And so she puts a scoop of ice cream on a cone, hands it to him. Would you like a cone or a bowl for yourself?
You know me. I have to get a cone.
Of course. Here you go.
All right, thank you.
Right, so that's just one silver piece to cover the both of you.
Perfect.
And so we take care of that transaction. But yeah, what do you need? What do you need?
Well, I am looking for something that might be difficult to find in Ironhold. I don't even know if it's real. I think it is, but it's a dome building, a dome structure with an iron door.
With an iron door.
Have you heard of such a place?
Yeah, I think so. Out in the wilderness, not here in the city proper, but like maybe within an hour or so's walk. I've heard of something like this. I don't know exactly where it is, but I do know exactly who would know.
Who?
Grandma Grendel. And this sparks your memory. There's an old hag who lives out in the woods who's rumored to be like 1,000 years old. And she's used as like a story to scare kids and stuff, but she's more of like a Santa Claus type figure. It's sort of the story you tell the kid to scare them is the setup to basically a gag, where if they go out into the woods and they meet her, she is the most sweet and wonderful person. She's not like the old witch from the story, but that's what it's sort of set up to be. But every kid in Ironhold knows of Grandma Grendel, who lives out in the woods and who only finds you when you most need her. So it's like this whole little legend, and like most kids have had some sort of encounter with her, and she will usually bring donuts and little presents for kids to unwrap and stuff. And so she's sort of a little bit of a Santa Claus, a little bit of the old witch in the woods in like the Grimm's fairy tales. But
Cool.
But she says if there's anybody who's going to know where this is, and she says, and I know exactly how you can summon her. And so she goes into her little kit and she pulls out this little scroll, and it's like a little poem on it. And she just says, you go out into one of the fairy circles, which are, a circle of mushrooms, and read the poem out into the air, and then just wait there, and she'll show up usually within about a half an hour.
Do you think that Tarnish has experienced like an actual interaction with Grandma Grendel, or?
It's entirely possible. If you want to randomly do that, we could do like a history check or something.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Just to see if in his own history he's had that encounter yet.
That sounds good. So like evens or odds kind of thing, or how do you want to?
Just roll history plus, just roll d20 plus whatever your history is, and then I'll sort of interpret whether or not.
22.
Oh yeah, anything that high, you've definitely. And I think that not only have you had an encounter with her, but you have also, like for a while, were somebody who was telling other kids the story in order to get them scared, so that if they ever meet her, that they would get the nice surprise that, oh no, she's actually just a sweet little old lady. She's not this evil person. So I think that for a while you probably were like thinking that was the greatest trick anybody could play on anybody, on somebody. But I think, yeah, at some point, you were probably out on some sort of adventure with your family on a nice like spring day or something, and had an encounter with her, and maybe Burnish doesn't believe you.
I turn to Varix and I just say, I don't know, Grandma Grendel, I think we'll have to go, but I hear that she eats dragon eggs.
What?
For breakfast.
Oh my gosh.
And I kind of wink.
So you're not going to tell her that I'm a dragon, right?
She knows so much. I don't know if she'll be able to tell, but we have to go, Varix.
Oh gosh. I mean, yeah, obviously we have to go, but oh well. Okay. So just so you know, if she looks like she's gonna eat me, I want you to like give me a signal. I'll turn into a dragon, and we'll get the fuck out of there.
That sounds like a great plan. And I heard that if you feel like she's about to attack you and grab you with her jaws, all you have to do is wave your hands in the air and do a circle, and then you're able to
wave my hands in the air and do a circle.
Like you just don't care.
Like I don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
Just like that.
That's what I'll do. Thank you. I'm so glad that you brought me here, Tarnish. I would have gotten beat up by a bunch of teenagers. I would have, totally fallen for this Grandma Grendel shit. I mean, this is crazy. So.
Well, we have to be very careful with Grandma Grendel, but I do think that we must seek her out.
Okay, let's go. Let's do it. Let's go.
Okay, I wink at Laurel as we walk away.
And Laurel gives you a little wink back, and it's like, it was nice meeting you. You guys, and then Tarnish, when you get a chance, you come tell me all of your stories about everything that happened out there. But for now, you go do this thing you need to do.
Sounds good. Okay. We're off now, and then head to the woods.
Okay, so you head out into the woods. Give me either nature or investigation.
Okay. Okay, 22.
22. All right. So you're able to find a nice little clearing that has a little mushroom circle. You take the poem out, you read it out, and then you wait, and you see that there's some little sort of sparkly motes in the air and stuff. It definitely feels like there's some sort of otherworldly, fey realm kind of thing going on in this area. It takes about an hour or so for her to show up, but you hear this cloom, cloom, as this little house comes walking through the forest. So we can move these guys out of the way for now.
Oh, wow.
And this, is Grandma Grendel's house. And so it comes over, and then it sits down in front of you, and the door opens, and out comes this little old lady in a wheelchair. And she's like, oh, hello there, hello. Your name is Tarnish. You visited me many years ago.
Yes, that's right.
Yes, I remember you. And so what is it that you need? I saw you use the poem of summoning.
Yes, we did. This is my young friend, Varix.
Hi. He's very, very sort of shy and trying to sort of hide behind you a little bit.
Grandma Grendel, we are searching for a domed structure that has an iron door.
I know
somewhere
the place.
in the forest.
It's not far from here. I can take you to it.
Oh, excellent.
Yes, but as you know, you're not a child anymore, Tarnish, and
yes.
adults have to pay a price to get my assistance.
They do. I don't know if I knew that.
She sort of looks over beyond you and sees Varix and goes, well, I could make an exception. You've brought a child with you. And Varix goes, I'm 15. Exactly, you've brought a child with you. And so I can make an exception for you today, as long as your friend here would like to open a present and have a donut with me. And she produces from nowhere some little donuts, little powdered donuts, and a little wrapped present, and hands it out.
Well, go on, Varix. Enjoy your
very,
treat.
very trepidatious. He opens up the little thing, opens it up, and it's a little dragon egg. And there's a little dragon peeking out of it. It's just hatching. He's like, This is so cool. Thank you. And then he starts eating the donut, and she's very, very happy. Yes, you like your present? Oh, good. Come, join me. And she motions you into the hut.
As we go in, I just say, so Grandma Grendel, what would happen if I don't know, didn't have a child with me and I did summon you?
Well, you would have had to make a deal of some sort with me.
Oh.
You could give me something important of yours to hold me over. You see, I've been here for many, many years, but I do not subsist on the same things that other people do. I don't have to eat things like chicken or eggs or anything like that. And Varix goes, he looks at you for a second, he's just like, he's a little bit mad, but he's also a little bit impressed, I think, that you messed with him so well. But she says, I feed on memories and desires and dreams. And so you would have had to give me something like that, a memory of yours or a dream for the future, something like that. But you have a child with you, and so I make exceptions.
Okay. Tarnish is a little suspicious of Grandma Grendel.
As he should be.
I do wonder, it's great that Varix is with me now, but I wouldn't mind sharing some of my memories or my hopes and dreams with you.
It does mean that you can't take them with you when you leave. So if you shared a memory with me, for instance, a memory where you were happy or sad or afraid, I would keep it. It would be my memory and my sustenance. If you share a dream, it meant you would give up that dream and you would no longer dream that dream.
Could we maybe strike a deal where if I were to give you a memory, that I could call upon you in future if I did need some assistance?
Well, an open-ended request like that would have to be a pretty important memory or dream. But yes, we could do that.
Okay, well, how about the memory of first discovering the printing press? It's my guiding ambition.
She just rolled a natural 1. And so she says, yes, that would be a foundational thing for you. But it would change you too much if I took that one from you. So no, I will not take that. I'm reasonable. I'm not going to take the thing that makes you so much of yourself. You would be lost without that.
That's fair. How about the time I had my first ice cream cone?
That is exactly what we are talking about. So, that is actually a really interesting one to offer. 15. Yeah, she takes that. She says, yes. That also means that you could experience ice cream for the first time again.
I see it as a benefit.
This is smart thinking, my friend. This is smart thinking. Yes, I remember you so well from many years ago. You are the smartest one. Yes. Okay, so you have now a sort of a blank check, but it would need to be reasonable. I cannot pull the moon down. I cannot do that for you.
Oh, we're planning to do that ourselves, but thank you.
Yeah, she's like, you are a sly one, yes, trying to play your tricks on me. Now, join me in the hut. The hut will take us to your destination.
All right.
Do you like tea or coffee or anything else like juice? I have some fruit juice as well. And Varix says, I could use something to wash down these donuts.
Yeah, Varix, help yourself. I am fine.
Okay, so he sips on a little cup of coffee or something, dunks his little donuts in there. And so as you continue on this little journey, sitting in the hut as Grandma Grendel is sort of just chatting and talking with you, and she starts to play a little bit of music. And so earlier I'd asked you about a song. Is there a song that you can think of that is sort of good for Tarnish, or for the moment? It can be anything. It could be, a modern song. It could be Hot Cross Buns if you want. Jingle bells, twinkle twinkle little star.
Yeah, I think maybe like Ode to Joy.
Okay,
would be
that's perfect. It's one of my favorite songs ever. Have you ever seen Immortal Beloved?
No.
Oh. Okay. So it's Gary Oldman playing Beethoven, and it uses the structure of Citizen Kane. So Beethoven dies at the beginning, and his sort of executor of his estate is going out to try to find out who this immortal beloved that he left all of his stuff to was. It's this wonderful little mystery. It's really good.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, for sure. Very
Sounds
good.
really good.
But back to our story. Okay, so as you go along, this music starts to sort of filter in, and it relaxes you and calms you, but it also uplifts you, and sort of you're on this adventure. You're out to save the world. You arrive at the clearing with this dome. Grandma Grendel brings the hut down. It's like, see, there it is, the iron door, just as you have described in the dome. I've brought you to your destination.
It seems you have. Well, thank you, Grandma Grendel. This was very straightforward, and I don't know, I really appreciate your help.
Of course. Come back and visit me anytime, young man. And you, sir, yes, come back and you can have donuts whenever you want for at least another year. And then once you're 16, then you have to start giving up memories.
Okay, Varix, along we go.
It was nice meeting you. You guys head out, and you head over to this dome structure with this wood or this iron door that's set in the side of it. Go ahead and make investigation check.
Okay, that's 12.
12. That's great. So you can see as you're sort of going over this, you recognize some stuff. This is definitely old world technology. You recognize sort of the keypad system that is also used up on the space station. You fiddle around with it a little bit, and you're able to sort of override it and get it to open the door. It's dark down there. Smells a little musty, but doesn't smell like there's any like dead animals or anything in there. It's just old, sort of stale air. And so you come down this spiral staircase, and it opens up into this small room. There is a little console in the middle of the room, and then suspended in sort of a beam of light is this key card, just floating there, rotating. What would you like to do?
Can I do any kind of like check for mechanical traps or anything?
Sure. Go ahead and do investigation for that.
10.
10? All right. You're pretty confident that there's no mechanical base traps, in the area. You check the floor stones and stuff. Doesn't look like there's any, pressure plates or anything like that that could be triggers.
Tarnish is going to take a deep breath and just say, Neert and Savina are counting on me, and step forward and grab the key card.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and make a. You're going to do a couple things here. You're going to make a dexterity saving throw first.
So. Ooh, okay, 21.
21, very good. And then the next thing you're going to do, I'd like you to make just a perception check.
Okay. Just a normal key card, right? 19.
19, okay. And so as you reach in, it's sort of, twisting, and it's almost like it tries to get away from you, but you're able to grab it. And then just over your shoulder, you sort of, in your peripheral vision, you catch sight of something, and you see Varix going, huh? As the world then is now a bright flash of light. You're spinning, you're swirling, you don't know where you are, and all of a sudden, you rock back into perception, and you're now out in a field, and there's hundreds, maybe thousands of people around you. There's very, very loud music playing. You look over, you're sort of lying on the ground. There's a girl next to you, topless, and she has the words "Love Child" written across her belly. And you look over, and in this moment, you realize that you are not a 21-year-old receptionist from Wisconsin. You are a time-traveling gnome out to save the world. You look over to your friend and you go, wow, this is some really good acid, as Jimi Hendrix is playing the national anthem on the stage. He finishes, holds his guitar pickup. You look at it, it's like this purple thing, and he sort of flings it out in the crowd, and you watch it slow motion. Hits this puddle of mud, somebody steps on it and disappears. Flash, and you're out. Swirling. Boom, you come back to consciousness. Now you're walking down a long corridor. There's a man with you. He's a very skinny, sort of nerdy man. And he's very, very excited. And he's sort of giving you a tour. So he leads you down this hallway. He leads you to this door. He puts his hand on the door and he goes, behind this door is an element that up until this moment did not exist in our world. This was made by people in a laboratory. He opens the door, and on this pedestal in the middle of this room is a small sphere, a sphere that you recognize, a sphere that you had taken out of a nuclear weapon only a few days ago and delivered to the space station. There's another one of these spheres. He said, this is the first time that this element has existed in this world. This is a new element. It is entirely possible that this could be the largest concentration of this plutonium in one place. And then he takes his pen out of his pocket and he sort of clicks it a couple times and he puts it back into his pocket. And you flash out again. Now you are in this strange, sort of dingy cave-like temple complex. And you're looking around and it's like, something's off. Like this is supposed to be, it looks like it's rock, but you can tell it's not rock. And then you hear behind you, you hear, and this thing roll, and you look around and you see this giant boulder rolling towards you. You look down this way, you start to run, the boulder's chasing you. There's a whip and there's a hat, and you run by them. And now, flashes out again. And all of a sudden, you're in this large room in front of this console. There's a window behind you. Alarms are going off everywhere. There's this like panel in front of you that's these lights are flashing and stuff, and you can see through the window that there are people frantically working on this console there. What would you like to do?
So I am grounded in a moment where other people are with me in the same room that I entered, or different room?
You're in a different place.
Okay.
Totally different place. It has some similar look to it versus of the old world sort of structures that you've seen so far. And so it's entirely possible that it could be another old world structure, but there are people on the other side of the window that's behind you that are frantically working at this console. You've got this thing in front of you. You're somehow in this smaller room with this big, huge thing that, make a history check real quick.
Okay. 17.
17? It looks like the reactor thing. It's similar to that, the thing that was under the ice rink that you reached in, pulled something out and turned the lights off accidentally. It looks similar to that. So, and there's alarms and lights flashing everywhere.
I think Tarnish would be really like attracted to whatever the mechanical or mechanism thing that was in front of him, and he would immediately try to understand how it worked or what its purpose was.
Do investigation again.
Okay. That's a 14.
14. Okay. So you're in figuring things out. You can sort of see the release thing that opens up this panel. You open that up, and you see inside that there is like an arc of electricity that is going across this little section there. And go ahead and make insight check.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. That's really good. So with that, you're going to realize that that little plastic pick that you saw that Jimi Hendrix threw off the stage into the mud would be the perfect thing to fit in between there, but something needs to hold it in. And you bet that the spring from that pen that the guy clicked probably would hold this thing in. However, make one more check, make an Arcana check.
18.
18, that's good. However, you sort of intuiting how this machine works, you can see that you're going to have to get this thing in there and then hit this reset button that's out of your reach.
Whip.
Boom. Everything flashes again. Boom. You're at Woodstock. Jimi Hendrix is on stage. He's finishing playing the national anthem. What do you do?
I locate the mud puddle that I know that the pick will fall into.
Okay.
And I position myself to catch the pick as it flies.
So you walk over there. He again finishes his thing, throws the pick. You are able to grab it out of the air because you're right in the right spot for it. When you grab it, it flashes out. And now you're walking down the hallway again with Richard Feynman towards the plutonium for the Manhattan Project. And you pull it, and he does the whole spiel again of this is an unknown element that we made, that was made in the laboratory. It's so exciting. And he opens the door again and shows you the plutonium. So, do you want to try to take the pen from his pocket? You could ask him for it too.
Yeah, I'll just say, that's fantastic. Do you have a pen I could borrow?
Oh yeah, of course. He takes the pen out, he hands it to you. He's like a reporter for getting their own pen. Now just remember, you can't talk about this until like the war's over. This is all top secret, but I'm sure your people all know about that.
I won't talk about this for hundreds of years.
Boom, and then you flash out from there, and now you're on the set of Raiders of the Lost Ark, and you hear the boulder get released behind you.
I run and try and grab the whip in the hat as I go.
Great. So you got the hat. I realized that I forgot to bring it down with me, but next time we play, you will have the alternate Indiana Tarnish outfit. But again, okay, you get the stuff and flashes, and now you're inside the reactor. And you're gonna go ahead and make the attempt to do the repair, or?
Is Varix with me, or
Nope.
I'm still okay?
You're still alone.
So I look around. The people behind me in the room, are they like acknowledging me in any way?
They do not see. Yeah, they as far as you can tell, they are concentrating on what's right in front of them. They don't know that you're in there.
Okay. My mechanical mind is going to take over and be like, I see a problem that I know I can fix.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to very carefully put the chip in place with the spring,
Mm-hmm.
and then as I'm holding it, take the whip and attempt to.
All right. So what I want you to do is make a tinker check.
Ooh, okay.
And then make an attack roll. And so for your tinker check, I think you'd use either intelligence or dexterity, whichever one's going to be better. I think both of those would be appropriate.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go intelligence. Okay, that's a 22.
Great. And now make just a melee attack roll with the whip. So it would be, I guess, plus your dex. I think it's a reversible weapon.
Okay, 12.
12. Okay. So you're able to get the guitar pick in there to interrupt this arcing electricity. You're able to get the spring on there, and you're able to hold it in while it takes you a couple little tries, but you're able to get it, which resets it. And then boom, the alarms stop. Things calm. The people behind the glass all of a sudden go, "What?" And they look up and they see you in there, and they go, "Who are you?"
Make good choices about the future of your people. As I
And you flash out. I love it. Always a message. Always a message. Improve your life. You know, you should do something with yourself. There's pamphlets at the printing press.
yes.
Make better choices with your future. That I love it. It's all great. It's so Tarnish. And then you swirl around in a flash of light, and there you are, and you have the key card in your hand. And Varix is looking at you like, "All right, man, we got this thing. You ready to go?"
Oh my goodness.
You okay?
I saw some ancient bardic gathering, maybe druidic. I saw the technology, the plutonium.
Okay.
And there was a boulder. It nearly crushed me, but
That sounds intense, man. That sounds really intense.
Am I wearing the hat or?
Yeah, you've got the Indiana Jones hat on, and you've got the whip in your hand still.
I have the whip, and I just take the hat off and I look at it and I go, it was real.
Yeah, you didn't have that stuff when you stepped in there. I'm not sure where that came from.
I think
Wild.
I traversed both time and space.
Cool, man. like, are you ready to traverse some more space? Because like they need us to like get to the fort and shit.
Oh, this is all lost on you, you teenager. And I'm just going to put the hat on and proceed.
Okay. All right. And so Grandma Grendel sort of gives you a nice, a nice send off. Is like, I'm glad we could help you with this, and when you're ready to cash in that favor, you just come by and you let me know.
Yes. Will the poem work again if I'm somewhere?
Yeah. Just you can, anywhere as long as you're within about 50 miles of the city here. That's where I'm bound to, is within that area. But then you can find a fairy circle and use the poem, and I'll show up.
Thank you, Grandma Grendel.
You're welcome, buddy. You're welcome, Tarnish. It was nice to meet your friend here, and the donut lover.
Yes, I think Varix had a lovely time. Maybe.
It's like, I've got a little bit of a stomach ache. I've had nothing but ice cream and donuts all day.
Yeah. Yes, that's not quite a dragon's diet usually. But, well, I suppose we have the key card, so we should head to Fort Endeavor.
Let's do that. Now, also, the last time we played, Archangel had provided you guys each with a little key card reader that would then transmit the code to them, so that you don't have to go back to the station to deliver that.
Okay. One thing, Varix, I hope you don't mind. Would you mind if we stop by my folks' place before we head over?
That's fine.
Okay, I'm going to send this information key card up to the Sky Chariot, but perhaps we could stop in and start fresh on our route tomorrow.
That sounds good. So yeah, so you transmit the key card. Archangel, acknowledges the transmission, and then you go spend an evening with your parents. Do you want to do any role playing for that, or is that just going to be where we'll fade out for the evening?
Maybe like one scene.
Sure.
Just to get a feel before.
So you and Varix, you lead him down to the neighborhood that you grew up, and you're pointing out some landmarks and stuff, and he's like, "Oh, this is so cool." He's like, after all this stuff's done, I might just come hang out here in Ironhold for a little bit and just chill out and just get a vibe for the city.
Really?
Yeah, it's a lot. You don't understand, man. I'm so lonely. Like, I got my cousins and stuff, and we can get together now and then, but mostly, like, Twisted Lands are kind of empty. And out here, I think I could go incognito and just not be a street urchin, but maybe get like a job or something, and just sort of find myself for a little bit.
I think that sounds like a great journey for you.
Yeah.
And you'll always have a friend in me
Oh man,
in the area.
that sounds so good. I haven't made any friends outside of my cousins before, so you're my friend too, Tarnish. I can't wait to meet your family. And so you lead him down the street that with your house on it.
As we head towards it, I'm just going to be like, and you are my apprentice tinkerer, if anybody asks.
Yes, I'm apprenticing to you. You are my master.
Yes.
You're the master craftsman, and I'm the apprentice.
Exactly, yes.
Awesome. All right. So
All
you
right.
walk up to the door of the home that you grew up in, and
As we approach, Tarnish is just like, "Hi, Mom and Dad. Good to see you." Like practicing his lines, rehearsing, because a little nervous to see his family again.
All right, cool. So you knock?
I knock on the door. Okay. Yeah.
All right, and let's see.
Straighten up with my war hammer, kind of posed a little bit as I'm standing in the door.
And the door opens, and it's your mom. Your mom is saying, "Tarnish, what are you doing here? I thought you were out on an adventure out in the Twisted Lands. Oh, I knew you brought a friend home with you. This is wonderful."
"Hello, Mother.
Yeah, come in.
Good to see you. I hope you and
Burnish, your brother's home. And what's your father's name?
Daniel.
Oh, okay. Daniel, your son is here. And they come in from the other rooms. "Tarnish, well, you left us a few months ago and went on your journey out to Forwich and then out into Fort Endeavor. Come sit. Tell us all about it.
Yes, I can't stay for long. I'm still on important business, but I did want to stop in and see my dear family.
Yes.
And I wanted to show you that I haven't squandered my potential as some of you might have feared."
And Burnish comes over and is like, "Look at that Warhammer. Where'd you get that thing, man? Oh my gosh. Like, I bet you could use that in battle or like as a crafts tool. This is amazing.
Yeah, I kind of like put it over my shoulder and just like, yes, I suppose I picked up a few small bits and bobs on my travels, and just kind of relishing the moment of kind of impressing my golden boy of a brother.
Yeah, he's looking at you like, you know, you used to be his annoying kid brother.
Yeah.
You know, he loved you because he's an older brother and stuff. But now he's like, you know what? My little brother might be actually kind of cool. This is pretty neat.
I just wanted to say to all of you, I've met so many different kinds of people on my adventures, even in the short time I've been away. And I just want to say we all need to keep our minds open. Things are not as they appear. There's so much more out there.
Wow, this is amazing. Your dad's like, son, I knew that you had it in you. You know, and the reason I was tough on you growing up is because I knew you had this potential in you. And so to hear that you've been out and into the twisted lands and seen the world, and that's amazing. That's so amazing. And so he's full of praise. Your mom, of course, is just like, oh yeah, I'm just so happy my boy's home. And so and your brother is like, shit, man, maybe I shouldn't give him so much crap. This is crazy. Now, one thing that I would like to just throw out there is you haven't rebuilt Patina yet. I think you just need a short rest to rebuild it, an hour of uninterrupted time.
Yes.
So if you wanted to go ahead and rebuild Patina now, I think that would be appropriate.
I think I will take that opportunity, and I think I'll turn to my mother and my brother, who are both also tinkerers. Like the whole family is, but
Yeah.
And I'll just say, could you both help me with something? I have a bit of a project that maybe we could all do together.
Yeah, sure. Let us know whatever you need.
And
then and your brother's like, oh, I actually just got a new portable tool set, and he goes into his room and he pulls out this little kit and he opens it up, and it's got all sorts of different wrenches and whatnot in there.
Yeah, I kind of like walk over to like the workshop part of the house, which is basically like where the garage would be, but it's just a big old workshop in our tiny kind of house area. And I'm just going to be like laying out some sketches that I've done for Patina and what she could become. And I'm just going to say, I'm thinking bigger, and just kind of like the door closes on the workshop.
Yeah, as your brother and your mom are both like scrutinizing like this, going, this is good work. This is good work, Tarnish. I'm really excited about this project. They're getting into it with you. And so we'll fade out there at the end of this chapter.